Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Fully Cloudy. This week, I'm going to cover another way to start running RStudio from a DigitalOcean instance where you use Docker and a Rocker instance. So this turns out to be super easy. So I'm going to show you how to do it really quickly. So you just want to click, some sort of Linux distribution. Let's just pick Ubuntu 16.04. And what's really nice is you can just click on one-click apps. And then you want to make sure you have Docker installed. You could just install Docker from your Ubuntu command line as well, but then that's it. Okay, so now I've SSH'd into my droplet with Docker installed. You can see they actually mention that it's a Docker instance right there, and you can just tell by maybe doing docker -- version or something like that. Okay, so we want to pull down an RStudio Docker instance. There we go. So we're going to pull it down. And this will take just a minute, so I'll just come back when it's done and then show you. It's really just a couple more steps after this, and then you'll have your RStudio instance running. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is just run the actual container. So it's sudo docker run -d-p. This opens up port 8787, passes it through, and then this is the Rocker instance, the Docker instance, which is Rocker RStudio. Okay, so that'll run it, and then we want to create a user. Let's list out our containers. Okay. Let's go into that container. So all I did was list out my containers, Docker container list, and then got the container ID. And then I'm going into the bash prompt there. And then I want a user add. Let's say I'm just going to make up a user called RStudio. It already exists. So I don't know what the password is for that user. You can go into the documentation on the Rocker instance, but let's add user add, or add user Elmo, and I'll create a password for Elmo. Okay, I'm just going to put all that stuff. Okay, so now we just need to go to this IP address at port 8787. So you just enter in your IP address. You can either get that, just ifconfig at your Unix prompt, or you can go into your DigitalOcean dashboard and actually just copy the IP from there. The important thing is, because we're by default running RStudio on port 8787, you have to put a :8787 there, hit enter, and it will bring up RStudio. There we go. I already logged in the user I just created, Elmo. You can see it here. So that's how you can add more users. You just go into the actual container while it's running on the bash prompt and add the user. The default user RStudio, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe the password is something like RStudio as well. You can just use that, but that's not very secure. So if you really kind of want to do this for realsies, you probably want to do some user management, kill that, change the password for the default user and that sort of thing. Okay, but this is a super easy way to get RStudio running. Take away the explanation part of my doing this, and you're talking about 2 or 3 minutes to get an RStudio instance up and running, and you're getting rid of a lot of the annoying command line steps that you have to use to install it locally. Okay, so try it out and let me know how it works for you.